I mean, I'm already in trouble, so we're good. If you look at NFV, at network function virtualization, we look at it in 4 phases. The first phase was using common hardware. It's really no big deal. You just take everything the way it is and just use the same generic hardware. You get 15 to 20% savings. The next phase is using the same ops teams to leverage the multiple functions and multiple tenants. That's phase 2. And I think a lot of us are getting there, or at that point in time. There's 2 more phases, and I'd like to share those. Not that the technologies let us down, but we're not there yet. One is if you use the same thing, the same protocols, what we call N+1, you're able to leverage across multiple constituents the capacity. So instead of each system or each network having double the capacity for reliability, you need only to back up one, and then you can share. So that whole notion, that exercise of software-defined networking is not quite there yet with a lot of what we do. And the 4th phase, to be honest, and Chris talked about it this morning in Red Hat, we're not at the era of micro-containers in certain places. Like for most of us in Canada, I don't know if you know, I live in Edmonton, but in Canada Telecoms, there's 4 cities. Edmonton is not one of them. You guys know that, right? So Calgary and Vancouver back up each other, and Toronto backs up Montreal, and then if, God forbid what happens, they back things, right? But in theory, there is no reason why the Edmonton police force cannot talk to each other without going to Calgary or going to Vancouver or going to Toronto. So that part of NFV where you can scale down the functions and features, and I think Ray talked about it, to the cloud, to the edge, is not there yet. So I think we're getting there. The total cost of ownership piece is not there yet, but we are, I think, around phase 2 if we're not lying to each other.